Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We're going to start with the big shocking story. Ricky Starks is in NXT and this left me honestly speechless. I was so shocked. I was actually lost for words. I was struggling to find the words. I couldn't quite believe what I was seeing. Ricky Starks coming into NXT is not all that shocking, but it's just the fact they did it on the Tuesday rather than at Vengeance Day. The fact it wasn't at the end of the show. It was kind of as the steel cage was being set up. Like, there was no rumors. There was absolutely nothing. This is completely blindsided me. Even though I expected him to arrive in NXT at some point, I didn't think it would be this soon. I didn't think it would be this show. And to be honest with you, I was looking at Saturday. I was looking at Vengeance Day. I was thinking that's where he would arrive. So, yeah, totally shocked. Totally caught off guard. An amazing moment. I really like Ricky Starks. I've been watching him since I was watching NWA Power. I really like him. And I'm really rooting for him. I'm wishing him all the best. Ava said, surprise, surprise. Welcome, Ricky Starks. Here as well, look, Brandi Rhodes said, Starky baby. There's a picture of Ricky Starks. I'm guessing channeling his inner Ryu or something here, but there we go. That was from Brandi Rhodes. Chamman says, let's go here, look. Ricky Starks should debut in a few months or the Raw after Mania. Here's what Ricky Starks was feeling, right, as soon as his contract was over. Oh, yeah. No waiting around for me. It is showtime. It is true. Everyone was like, oh, we should bring him in here. We should bring him in there. Nope. As soon as Ricky's contract was up and he was free, off he goes, man. Dancing away, dancing his way to NXT. Ricky Starks, let's hear from the man himself, shall we?
The absolute one is here.
Let's go, man. Do you know, it's one of those where he had his moments in AEW. I don't think he's like the most well-known kind of star that's out there. Like, there is going to need to be some building here, which is why NXT is the right place for him. But he is charismatic. He has gone through some hard times. And I really think that this is going to be an opportunity he's going to grab with both hands. I'm excited about this. Jade Cargill said, my best friend. I'm so proud. And here's Bayley as well. So Bayley and Ricky Starks at the Performance Center earlier today. That is now a picture she's put out on her Instagram. So Bayley, over the moon that Ricky Starks is now in NXT and WWE. So that was our top story. Let's go down and have a look at the other bits of news that's around. So yeah, this is interesting. In his quest to conquer luchadors, there are rumors that Chad Gable could actually be working some matches in AAA whilst off TV. I have also been told, and I don't know if this is true, I sure hope it is, Chad Gable is actually going to be working some dates in AAA. That was Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Live. So, wow. And he did say this is quite a long way to go. This is what I need. So, him going to AAA and working some dates there, what does that mean for WWE and AAA and like a relationship there? That is very, very interesting. Very interesting. And would make a lot of sense for him to kind of learn about lucha wrestling going to Mexico to improve his skills. Like, it does all add up. So, and AAA is either the biggest or the second biggest promotion in Mexico. So, wow. Natty, shout out to her because she said, I'm not as mean as I sound in the video. I am a little mean there, right? Here is a video of Natalya putting Nikki through her paces in the dungeon.
Move. Duck. Duck. double leg. One. Yes, pull her up. Boom. Roll back. Yes, Nicole.
Boom. So there we go. Natalya with Nikki Bella kind of going through the paces. She is obviously working towards some sort of run back in WWE. Natty saying I'm not as mean as I sound in the video. Gunther has got a message for Jey Uso. So, Lynette, thank you.
What you all just saw out there is the selfish attempt of Jey Uso to ruin my legacy because I'm forced to step in the ring with him at WrestleMania. He calls himself main event. In reality, he's mid-card. He's a clown. He's there for the amusement of everybody out there, but he's definitely not in my league. I promise one thing now. Jey made the grievous mistake of his career. He should have thought about his family, about the reputation of his family. He should have thought about the disappointment that he's going to deliver to all those degenerate fans out there. And I promise you one thing, Jey. From now on till WrestleMania will be hell. 10 weeks of hell.
So there we go. Gunther sending a very clear message to Jey Uso. World of Wrestling, thank you. So here it's been reported that Rey Mysterio revealed that he had heard WWE had received some cease and desist letters. Right? So WWE told me maybe you got to stop a little bit with like the superhero themed gear because we're getting cease and desist letters from them. So Marvel and DC kept getting in touch with WWE because Rey kept wearing this sort of gear that was inspired by superheroes. You've got to be very, very careful when it comes to your ring gear and like, you know, it being inspired by certain things. So this is why we're not seeing this gear now from Rey, which is a shame. Right, Dr. Chris Featherstone, J Omega, thank you, said sources within WWE have informed me that the online backlash to Drew McIntyre's potential WrestleMania opponents has opened up internal discussions to re-evaluate current plans. This actually goes against what was being reported the other day. And what was being reported the other day was that WWE have heard about the backlash. People aren't keen on Damian Priest against Drew McIntyre. People want something better for Drew McIntyre. And they weren't expected to change plans. Now word is coming through that, yes, they've heard it, but there are discussions to reevaluate those plans. So this is very much a situation to keep an eye on, right? We may not end up with Drew versus Damian at WrestleMania. Right, news coming through. WWE Roadblock is coming to the theatre at Madison Square Garden. We spoke about that in a previous Unseen. Word on the street was that they were looking to go to this space. It's not Madison Square Garden. It's in Madison Square Garden, and it's the theatre. Boxing events come from there, and they look amazing. The lighting is in like this kind of grid design. And it's really like, you know, eye-catching. It's a very cool space. And I think NXT is going to look amazing in that room. It is going to be a bit weird because it is a theatre. So the stage is there and then you've got all the seats in front. So it is a bit weird. I mean, this clearly will be the hard cam side. So that will be what we will see. But there won't be anyone this side because there is no this side. So it is going to feel a little different, but it's going to be great. I mean, I've seen boxing from there and it really works. So, yeah, very excited for that. So, Madison Square Garden Theatre Roadblock, March 11th. Can't wait, man. So that's a Tuesday, actually. So that's going to be a Tuesday, is it? So it says on Tuesday, March 11th. So that's just going to be like a special NXT, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. I would rather we did that on the Saturday and had a proper like PLE. But, you know, whatever. It's going to be awesome. Right, Wrestle Knight said, this is stupid. Putting time restraints on your show on a streaming service is stupid. Why couldn't we get this on Raw? Why can't we have nice things? So in regards to this, right, this is footage that was after the show, right? There was Logan walking away, there was Rey, and then boom, there is New Day attacking. Now, this is where it went to black. And faded, but the fight went on, basically. At one point, Dragon Lee makes his way down to try and make the save. Doesn't really work out, though. And they keep beating up. We then get officials coming down, trying to separate, like, New Day. They end up getting, like, led away. At the end, there's Rey, who's all, like, battered. You can see the other members of the LWO having come down as well. And so, yeah, extra 3 minutes as to what happened after Raw. What I would say about this is I think we probably should have had a little bit more, just a little bit more than what we had. But I do think there's some value in having some of this stuff as like an online exclusive. So I think like the main thing you need to know is that New Day have attacked Rey, because that is important, because that's going to set up clearly the direction we're going, right? So that is the key piece of information. You need to know New Day have attacked Rey. You got that on the show. Probably could have done with a touch more, right? Because it was, you know, literally they attacked him and boom, the show was over. So probably could have just done with a little bit more, another 5 seconds, another 10 seconds, another 20 seconds, right? But I don't think we needed all of this, because I can understand that they want to have some stuff that's like for online. Like if you want to see exactly what happened with that fight, then go to their socials, you know, exclusive. This is exclusive footage after Raw. This is what went down. You know, WWE, I think, are trying to find a way of balancing the show, but also making sure that their social media accounts have got some exclusive, exciting stuff on there as well. So I'm not too down on this. I think had there been anything major in here that we needed to know about, then I might feel different. But really, the big thing you needed to know, you did get at the end of the show, and that is New Day attacking Rey, clearly setting up LWO against New Day as we continue to move forward. If you want to see exactly what went down, then you've got this exclusive footage. So maybe I'll have a bit of a different opinion to other people out there about all of that, but I wasn't too down on what they did. This was awesome as well. So before NXT even started, word was coming through that Stephanie's got a new shirt, right? And she was actually in the merch van, and she was like meeting fans, getting pictures with them, and obviously promoting her new shirt. So her new shirt was available, $30. You could have got it and a picture of, like, got the shirt, got a picture with her. I'm sure she would have signed some as well. And so that's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, I would have bought a shirt and then got a picture with her. And they do this whenever there's like a big like merch launch. So if you go to NXT, you're waiting in a queue to get inside. Part of that queue goes past this van. It's just a great way of just selling merch, isn't it? But then actually having the superstar out there to meet the fan, that's really, really cool. It's a great idea. So I thought this was really clever, right? But let's go to NXT. Obviously, I'm guessing people watching this will have watched that. So we'll just blast through it, right? I didn't actually see this. Fade said, bro played off not getting that handshake so smooth. Let's have a look. What did he do? He reached over. Yeah, that was okay. That was okay. He played it off all right. I agree. So that was at the start, and the start was Bayley against Cora Jade. Really good match. Really entertaining match. But look who came out. Roxanne came out in like hugger Bayley gear, and I flipping loved this. I loved this. I always find it entertaining when wrestlers dress up as other wrestlers to mock them. But I loved hugger Bayley. I was a big fan. So to hear that music again and see Roxanne coming out and doing her impression, I thought was really entertaining. That distraction allowed Cora to pick up a monster win. Cora Jade just pinned Bayley. But obviously it was because of Roxanne. You can see how shocked Roxanne is in the background. And look at her in the ring there, kind of applauding, right? Roxanne smiling at Cora whilst wearing Hugger Bayley gear has me dying. Ava would come out. Cora would be added to the championship match this weekend. So it's going to be Julia versus Bayley versus Roxanne versus Cora in a fatal 4-way at Vengeance Day. So yeah, really good. Really good. Then we moved on. So we had Obafemi out there. A-Town Down Under came out. Do love this line. Grayson Waller called Oba overrated. Oh, very good. Very good. They were then both talking about how amazing each other is, but how they're not going to get the job done. I'm going to get the job done. That started some arguing, right? It had some great lines. Grayson Waller saying, I remember holding up the titles at WrestleMania 40, the tag titles, whilst you was at the bottom, like a fangirl or something along those lines. Like, it was some good shots. You know, Grayson talking about winning singles titles, saying you wouldn't know what that feels like. You've never won a singles championship in all your time here in WWE. Like, when we get this feud, they are going to cook. Like, this is going to be such a great feud. People were sort of hoping, oh my God, is it happening now? I don't think so. I think we're just teasing and building to this weekend. I don't think this weekend is where this group's going to split apart. If it does, then brilliant, because I've been waiting for this group to split for a long time. I really like them both individually. I don't think they're brilliant together. They sort of get in each other's way a little bit. There was some chance and potential it could have worked, but I'm ready to move on from it. But this is what Oba was saying. He was basically saying, like, okay, so you both work together, you beat me down. Then what? Only one of you can be champion. So, yeah, very interesting. So, obviously, that has massively set up what should be a very interesting title match this weekend. Eddy Thorpe has proposed a strap match between himself and Trick Williams at Vengeance Day. That would be accepted later. Then we had Javon. Basically, we heard from a doctor that said Javon is cleared, but he can't, he's got to be careful because anything could really result in there being like permanent damage. And, he said, that's a risk I'm willing to take. So Javon signs the contract. There was a great moment where Ava was like, look, I can't stop you from doing this. You have been cleared, but I just want you to think about it. And Javon took the contract and he was like, I'll think about it. And immediately signed it. I really like that. I'll think about it. Signed. Done. There you go. Right. Then we went to our tag match. This was the triple tag match. And honestly, it was a bonkers match. Loads of fun spots in it. I did feel that it outstayed its welcome. I was waiting for this thing to end. It did seem to go on for quite a while. But whilst it was happening, look, Fraxium were watching and just chilling away as they were watching the action unfolds. It would be Inamura and it would be Josh Briggs. They would get the victory. Josh Briggs and Inamura pick up the win after an awesome bout. This NXT Tag Team Championship match on Saturday is gonna cook hard. So another match added to Saturday. So quite a few matches getting added to this weekend. I think that takes us to 6. Actually, I think we go to 6 matches which is one more than I was expecting. Then we went to our next match. This was Lexis King against JDC. The new rules. No rounds, one fall to a finish. Winner takes the cup, right? There we've got JDC, Lexis King. And what I wanted to show was the tattoo of Luke Harper there that says, yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's got Luke Harper on it. How crazy is that? I don't know if there's any other like Bray Wyatt family type tattoos there. I haven't seen him since like he left, so I don't think I've seen this tattoo before. Yeah, with Luke Harper. That's crazy. So cool, though. Really cool. So I saw that, and I thought that was really fun. So, yeah, we went to the match. It would be a win for Lexis King. Lexis King beats JDC to keep the Heritage Cup. Backstage, Ava trying to not laugh when Bayley said this.
And I really like this. This is the best you ever looked, you ugly idiot.
I really like this. It's the best you've ever looked, you ugly idiot. And Ava's like... Roxanne can't wait to be called up. Right, everyone has got their eyes on the women's North American title, yeah? Kalani was interested, Jada was interested, Ashanti was there, bigging up Carmen. So everyone seems to have their sights set on that. Obviously, Fallon is going to have to try and get past Stephanie, though. Then we went to our next match, Nikkita versus Zaria. Very short, wasn't around very long, but it's a good win there for Zaria. This is when Trick appeared. They were setting up the cage in the background. Our main event being set up. Trick accepting that challenge from Eddy Thorpe. So we will be getting that strap match. And then, of course, the moment as the cage is being set up, the Revolution is televised. Ricky Starks not getting, I gotta be honest, not getting a crazy reaction. There was even people that were sat like either side that were like just not bothered. Like just seemingly like not hyped, not excited. I think honestly it was shock. Not for them, they probably didn't care. But there was others that I think were like, couldn't believe what they were saying. And I totally get that. I totally get where those people are coming from. So main event started. I thought this was going to be super significant, right? Because Izzi had a crowbar. She slid it in, or she went to slide it in. Stacks was like, no. I'll do it. He put it in, but when he put it in, it didn't quite get to Tony. And so Ridge and Tony were fighting over it. Tony would get the win, though. But I was like, ooh, that's interesting. Is Stacks like starting to turn a little bit on Tony here? Like, you know, did he kind of put it in and try and get it a little more over to Ridge than he should have? But either way, Tony won. We found out we were going to get Ruca Zaria against Lash and Jakara. I believe that's going to be next week. But then, oh my God. So Ridge chases Luca and Stacks away. That just means that we're left with like Izzi and Tony and Riz. And then basically we get like Sean and we get Brooks Jensen coming down. And Izzi turns. She wallops Tony with the crowbar. It's crazy. It's such fun. So I really like this new group here. So Izzi has left the family. And she's in with these guys now. Riz got smashed. Tony got battered with a crowbar. And, a good time was had by all. And then we had this. So this at the end, look at the masks. Yes. Those masks look so good. Look at that. There was a few that were shown with like those kinds of masks. So... this group seems super intriguing. They are on the way. Fade said the Shield 2.0 is about to debut. It is very Shield-esque. They wore those masks in the past. Oh my God, so good. So good. They must be really high on the people in this group. They must be really high. Some people wondering if like Ricky Starks is not one of these. And that could it be that he's in this group? I don't think so. People seem to be very confident as to who these people are. But I can't wait. I can't wait for this weekend. Cora Jade said, I think of you when I listen to this, Roxanne. Fake friends. Adriana Rizzo, the Riz, says, that's Butch. So there we go. The Riz not happy with, obviously, what went down at the end with Izzi turning on him. And Shawn Michaels said, didn't see that coming. Can't miss a second of NXT. You never know who's going to show up. So there we go. He is cooking. NXT is cooking. So much fun. So good. Right, let's go fun and work our way through here. Yeah, so there was a Chelsea confessional video, which I think is okay. I always find her confessional videos to be kind of fun, but not like laugh out loud funny. But the bit at the end was really good. But Naomi saw it. This is at the end of Chelsea's confessional.
Yeah, I'm nasty Naomi. I glow in the dark. I'm 83 years old and I still wear little baby rave clothes. Ew. Grow? I'm nasty Naomi. I glow in the dark. I'm 83 years old and I still wear little baby rave clothes.
Little baby rave clothes? I'm 83 years old. That was brilliant. Brilliant. So this is Chelsea mocking Naomi, right? And here, look, this is when Chelsea was wearing this, yeah? So that's when she was getting ready for a dumpster match, I believe. So let's have a look, see what Naomi said. Talking about my clothes when you literally wore a trash bag and smelt like garbage is insane. Chelsea Green, the delusion has to stop at some point. So that was her response. So some real online back and forth there between them two. Adam, shout out to you. CM Punk accidentally knocked this copy of 2K24 out of this fan's hand. Was that accident? Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did there. So he was, I didn't even notice that. He was trying to touch hands. I think he was going around touching hands. He didn't see that a dude wanted to get that site. Who brings an item like that? Excuse me. Like, this ain't the place, really. If you're in the entranceway, maybe. But I don't think we're going to be seeing people like doing too many sign-ins during the show. So, yeah, I think he wasn't really looking, and he was looking to, like, touch hands, and then he ends up, boom. There you go, Boomer. So he knocked that out. Brady, thank you. So this is just some fan art, which is good. But it was posted by Alexa, and she added Shatter, which was Bray's and obviously Wyatt Six's theme as the audio. So that obviously got a lot of people like, ooh. So very interesting that she would be posting that and kind of getting the fan base all excited. I had this in anyway, so Word of Wrestling, thank you. Stephanie has got some merch, and obviously she would be selling this. It's nice, actually. It was quite cool, I think. So she was at the merch stand just before NXT. JC Jane said yellow is the best Starburst flavor. Gigi said, this is why no one can stand you. Right, Bayley just putting this picture up of her getting like a massage, I think, or some sort of like, you know, getting snapped back into place. And yeah, just a pretty fun picture, to be honest. Another Bayley picture, though, this time from Cora Jade's. There's Bayley and Cora when Cora was in the crowds. And here they are actually competing on NXT. And this next one, I got tagged in this so much. Taker 1990 said, this is definitely unseen. It should be unseen. Look at this. New bulking program started today. Time to get bigger. Tuna loops go hard. I would not even give that to a dog, right? Or a cat or anything. Like, look at that. Cereal with loops with like that's not right. That's not right. Honestly, that's not right. Someone's pranked Jordan Grace and told her, yeah, this is how you get big. This is what you need to do. You need to put that with tuna. Oh, it's honestly, that's it. You don't even need to work out. Just that'll do it. And she's still eating it. Right, let's go other. So, oh yeah, Adam, thank you. So this guy, this channel, right, called Deporticus, they have got a Rumble vlog, and it is really interesting. I would recommend watching it. It's them basically going to the Rumble. Lots of stuff like them going to the Superstore and everything. But there's a bit where they have the priority breakfast with the VIP experience, that package, right? So they show you the kind of foods. It's just your standard food, but they said it was really nice. Buffet, you know, just getting a big plate of breakfast, sitting there. And then the superstars come in. And apparently it was like Bron Breakker, it was Chelsea Green, it was Lyra Valkyria, Omos, Chad Gable, and Tiffany Stratton. I think those were the ones, right? They all came in, and apparently they come round the tables like we might still be eating, and they come round and they'll sign stuff, have a quick chat with you. And there's one bit where Chelsea Green like teaches her entrance to the dudes. He's like, "Can you show me how to do your entrance?" She's like, "Yeah, come here, right? So you stand here like this. First of all, put your hand out, right?" And she like goes through it with him, and she's like amazing and lovely. According to this dude. So I thought this was really insightful to actually see what that experience is like. I thought that was a really good video. So Adam, thank you. Yeah, I was going to talk about this. There's not really a need. It just has a bit of information about when the contracts were meant to expire. But the most important thing was that they're non-competes. They don't have any. The non-compete is not there. They can show up anytime. So what I was going to say to you is we could get these guys at any time. That's irrelevant now because one of them rocked up today. So, there we go. Jay said to me, "No, you've got to trust this guy. This guy is the most trustworthy guy I have ever met in my life. I would die for this man." That's what Jay was saying, right? Because I saw this and I was like, "Oh, I don't know who this is. I don't know if I can trust this." And Jay was like, "I saw this on my timeline. I saw it in my mentions. The person reporting it has been featured in the New York Post and other social media for getting reports correct." And I was like, "Well, listen, I'll put it in, but it's on your head. You're vouching for them. If this proves to be incorrect, we all know where we're going, yeah?" And he was like, "Okay." So this is coming to you courtesy of J Omega, right? That's how I feel about this. If you need more evidence that NXT is returning to a complete touring brand, so WWE Evolve will be based out of the Performance Center. That makes sense. It will have the look and the feel of the old NXT. Oh my God. The majority of the talent involved will be WWE ID and WWE NXT talent that is not currently being utilized on the weekly show. I stated this week that I fully believe the WWE Evolve show will absolutely feature some more prominent names at times from NXT and TNA. So people are going to go, "How trustworthy is this?" I don't know, right? It's a weird thing to lie about, and it's very detailed. And it's not coming from like some kids, right? And as Jay said, this guy has been been used in the New York Post and stuff like that. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. You take this with a big pinch of salt, but it looking and feeling like old NXT. Love that if true. It using ID talent, we know. And talent that's not on NXT, we know that, so that's true. But I don't know about it using more prominent names from NXT and certainly TNA. I don't know about that, so we're going to have to wait and see. But this is what I'm seeing. I was debating, should I include it? But J Omega was like, "No, do it. It's basically true," right? That's what J Omega says. So, you know where to go if it turns out to not be the case. Yeah, just here. Just want to point this out as well. Yeah, lovely. Right, Julius, yes! So there we go. There's Daniel Cormier getting ready for the Ultimate Fighter. That's when one group of fighters goes up against another group of fighters. You got two coaches. Well, this year, one of the coaches is Daniel Cormier, and he has got Julius Creed teaching wrestling, I think, for him in his as part of his coaching team. So there we go. WrestleBuzz said, "Hell yeah, Julius." Right down here, we've got some footage of John Cena spotted filming his new movie, Matchbox, in Budapest, apparently. So there we go. Like, there's John Cena doing bits and bobs as he's filming the new film Matchbox. So there we go. This is where people will be like, no, that was him out of Fast and Furious or something. I don't know. Right, let's go, community. Alex said, here's a cool thing. My dad's main hobby, he gave me a couple of years ago. They're WWE pins. They are cool, aren't they? Look at them. Look at these pins, WrestleMania 2 and WrestleMania 20. They are nice. Very nice. Mayor Pete, shout out to you. Ordered the Penta mask, but apparently it's not going to arrive until May. So said it must be in really high demand. Sebastian said, I got some merch at the Nashville show. It was awesome being at a live show. We got to see a dart match with the women's tag champs against Chelsea and Piper. So congrats, buds. There we go. There's Naomi. Look. So some footage there, and also picked up a few bits. So Sebastian, shout out to you, my friends. And look at this, Metal Mama, right? She was talking about what was going down on Raw, and Jackie Redmond quote tweeted Metal Mama. Rude. I'm just going to call them Rude Day from now on. So there we go. Very cool. Very cool. Right, let's get to thanks and let's get out of here. So, J Omega, don't forget, really vouching for that person, yeah? So, J Omega, shout out to you. Comic Book Nerd, thank you, my friend. Kelly the Wise Lady, thank you. You can see this is the Chelsea confessional. Goes for 2 minutes, but that Naomi bit at the end is the best. Wrestling's biggest fan, Sweet Chim Wrestling, Jazz, Patrick, Hieronymus Drake, Chris, Babs the Barbarian, Callum, Emmanuel, Edwards, Jang Tae Sang, Wild Child Billy, and Raymond. Shout out to all of you. Really appreciate the support, and I will hopefully see you again later. We'll be back with Wrestling Escape Pods, but of course on this channel, I'll have another Unseen. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.